Hey everybody, so this video I am going to talk about the Wet n Wild Unicorn Glow collection that just came out. Um, just a little backstory. I didn't know about this until Jeffree Star had posted his video about where he received it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like first thing that caught my eye was the rainbow highlighter, because I found out that Wet n Wild had made made a rainbow highlighter, like the one that had been selling out on Etsy that everybody was like raving about, and so everybody was like raving about this Wet n Wild highlighter, but it was sold out. I couldn't find it anywhere I looked, so I was just kind of bummed, and like I thought that that was the only chance that I would ever be able to get that highlighter, at least from Wet n Wild. So, when I saw that it was in this new collection, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. And then as he reviewed the products, I was like, there's so many, like, magical looking products. I was like, that's so awesome. And so, anyway, I did some digging around, found out that it was going to be released on Ulta's website, which I was hoping that would be released in the store, but we'll get to that. And then on Wet n Wild's website, and then those were the only two, like, retailers that I could find that would be carrying it. Like, there's no indication that it'd be out in, like, drugstores. I still have yet to see it, but then again, I haven't really gone looking for it. But anyway, so the day that it was released on Ulta's website, like it was released on Ulta's website one day, and then it would be released on Wet n Wild's website the next day. So that first day that was released on Ulta's website, I had just gotten off work. I went to the Ulta store just to see if they might have it in the store, but they didn't. So I went home, and first thing I did when I got online was went to Ulta's website, found the set, and well, it had already sold out, and it said online only, so I was like, crud. So that was a bummer. So I was like, okay, I'll just wait till tomorrow when Wet n Wild has it on their website. So next day rolls around, get off from work, I certainly, like, I put that thing in my cart. But then I noticed Wet n Wild had this thing where you spend $35, you get free shipping. So the set retails for $29.99. So I was like, oh, I still need to buy like $5 and a penny worth of products to be able to get my free shipping. Otherwise, I think it was like $6 to ship, and I was like, so let's get most of our bang for our buck. So, it took me forever to find anything on the website that I wanted to add that, was right at that amount, or around that amount, which also I had like 10% off, like a code for 10% off of certain things, which did not apply to the set. I found out later on, but whatever. So, I found a lip gloss, and I was really excited about the lip gloss. Like, it was the Prismatic Loco Potion lip gloss. It looked pretty. It reminded me of like one of the Urban Decay Vice lip toppers. Basically it's like a pink kind of orangey lip gloss, I guess. And then this thing right here, which is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder and the Sweetest Bling, which they had the other one, which was like a purple one. I was almost about to get the purple one because it seemed a little more unique to me, but then the set that I got has a lot of like purple stuff in it, so I was thinking, why not use the purple stuff to do a highlight? Just multi-use products. Okay, anyway, so that's my long blubber about that. And amidst my long blubber, I meant to say that that lip gloss that I like put into my shopping cart and paid for, I had just gotten, well, let me backtrack again. So, the order was placed, that was like on the 23rd. I think they processed it on and sent it out on the 24th. Got my little shipping and tracking information, and it said that it was expected to arrive by, well, I think it was expected to arrive by the 31st, May 31st. So it's like, okay, cool. Because, you know, Memorial Day was coming up, and that would kind of extend some of the time. So I was following my tracking, and they shipped it out pretty fast, but since it was free shipping, went through that whole FedEx Smart Post thing. I think that's what it's called, where it goes through FedEx and then they eventually turn it over to the post office. So it had actually, according to the tracking, it arrived in Memphis like Saturday night. And so I was like, oh, cool. So it's already in the States. So maybe I'll get it by like Tuesday on the 30th, you know. Again, because it's a holiday, you know, gotta account for that. So I was saying, maybe I might actually get it a day earlier. What was I thinking? So following it, come Monday, I noticed that, like, in the course between Sunday and Monday, it had gone from Memphis to Mississippi. I was like, wait a minute. Why is it going to Mississippi? I've noticed this with FedEx. Maybe it's something to do with FedEx's processing facilities, because I know they have like a facility in Memphis. But, you know, thinking that it's coming from the west, like it came from California, so it's traveling from the west to the east. So Memphis is west of Nashville. So I'm thinking maybe it'll keep coming on. Like, you know, it comes through Memphis and the next stop, Nashville. Logically, that makes the most sense. No. No. No, it goes to Memphis and then it gets rerouted back west to Mississippi. Not east of Nashville, west of Mississippi. Whatever. So, yeah. So then, like, Monday night or either Tuesday, it changed from arriving here on the 31st to June the 1st, which is today, or was today. So that was kind of a bummer. But I did get it. However, I noticed, like, first thing, I saw my nice big box in the bottom of the box. Yay! So I was kind of scared because I've heard about people receiving their powders from Wet n Wild where they were all like smashed up, or like their eyeshadows were like smashed up. So I was kind of afraid that I would have that issue. I was like, with my luck. Keep choking. With my luck, I know, I was like, oh, please don't let it arrive broken. I hope everything's intact. Everything did arrive intact. But, so, this nice, big, shiny, beautiful box is one of the first things I noticed. And I was like, okay, I have 2 more other items in here. Where are they? So I dug through, and then I found my little highlighter. But I kept digging, and I couldn't find the lip gloss. So, on the sheet paper, it has the lip gloss circled with, like, a red pin. So I'm guessing, since it's sold out on the website right now, that it must have sold out. But the thing is, like, why wasn't I notified about it? Or why wasn't I refunded for it? Like, they still charged me for it, but I didn't get it. So I've contacted Wet n Wild, and I'm still waiting for a response about that. So hopefully they will. Well, I guess they can't send me a replacement if it is sold out. I'm kind of ticked off because I really wanted that lip gloss. Yeah, there's another color that I really wanted, but that one was sold out at the time, and it showed that the one that I picked was available for purchase, because there are other things that I'd clicked on that had been sold out, or let me know that they were sold out or out of stock. So not cool, Wet n Wild. Not cool at all. Yeah. So, again, long blubber, what I'm great at. Let's get into the actual products. I don't know if I mentioned this because so much has been going on in my mind thinking about this whole collection right now. But I am wearing the Too Faced La Creme Color Drenched Lipstick and Unicorn Tears because this kind of does relate to this other than the name. We're going to get to that in a moment. So, crud. It's not one of my videos without technical difficulties involved. So, yeah. So here is what is in the box, which I've already like opened all these products and swatched things. So we're going to talk about those swatches, and I won't swatch them because there's so many swatches out there. I'll spare you all that right now. So we're just going to talk about them. I saw in a few other videos some disappointing news, and I experienced that disappointing news as well, that this rainbow highlighter right here is not all that pigmented. Like, the blue is the most pigmented thing about this highlighter. You do get like a nice, like when you swipe it across, like so that you get the rainbow effect, you do get a nice shimmery glow. Primarily you get some of the yellow and orange, and you get mainly like the blue and kind of a little bit of green and purple. But you don't get much of the pink showing up, which is kind of disappointing. But and like when you kind of swatch it or sweep it all together, it's more of the blue pigmentation, but it's not rainbow, which I was hoping for something more rainbow. I'm actually, I'll find a way to use this. Like, I have not tried swatching each thing individually and applying it individually. I have them like the back of my hand, and that kind of works. It's a lot of extra effort. I don't mind putting a little extra effort into something to get the result I want. But I'm thinking about just doing one of those DIY rainbow highlighters because I have so many like eyeshadow products and stuff anyway. I think it'd be fun. So I'm just going to try that and see if I get the effect I want. Plus I kind of have an idea for that, like kind of certain effect I want from that. So, so this was like the biggest thing that drew me into this collection, which actually I was thinking, you know, if I could find these things individually and buy them, like when I was debating whether or not I wanted this set, I don't know, like, it ended up being like, if I had bought the things I wanted individually, they would have almost amounted to the price of the full set. So I was like, let me just get the whole set. But with this having been like a big thing that drew me to the set, this was a big disappointment. Just because it does not live up to my standards, or like the standards of like what most of us would expect from something like this. Even though Wet n Wild is an inexpensive brand, they have been known to be of better quality for an inexpensive brand. But this is just an inexpensive product. I think it, like, on its own, it's supposed to retail, on the website it retails for $5.99, which is, to me, too much for something like this. You go to like Walgreens or Walmart and it would probably be about $4 there at most. But I don't know, this was a disappointment. This bronzy one, I really didn't care a thing in the world about this. I'm still kind of like, eh. Like, I have it, I'll use it in some way, but it's just something that I wasn't like too excited about. It is a good product though, like pigmentation wise. This is probably like one of the better things in this whole set in the way of pigmentation. But it's just, not something that I was just kind of like, I really want that. I could have lived without this, but this is probably one of the better items in the collection right now. And then we have this one, which at first, I didn't care anything about this, but then people started like reviewing it and swatching it and talking about it. I was like, that's actually kind of amazing. So it's the Everlasting Glow one, and it's primarily like pinks, but it has a little bit of like overusing the word iridescent lately, but because it's not really like a total iridescent, but there's something like it goes beyond glowy. I guess luminescent would be a better term. It kind of has like a little bit of pearlescent, but it goes beyond pearlescent. It's kind of crystallescent, I guess. Luminescent and crystallescent would probably be the better terms, but this one is a really pretty, like this one, like this was probably the second or third item that kind of drew me to the collection, that I felt that I wanted. So I was like, okay. So I was kind of excited about this, and I'm still excited. It's not quite, it's just a, like, I had these super high expectations for it, and it's it's cool. It's not quite what I was expecting it to be, but still like a really cool product in my opinion. So there's that. The brush, like I feel like a lot of people were drawn to this brush, and if I can get it out, I'm not gonna open it, but I think the brush is like supposed to be $4.99 also. I would not pay that much money for this brush. Wouldn't pay that much money for any Wet n Wild brush. But the one cool thing about this brush is the handle, because it's got like the unicorn horn. It's like an old slick color too, where it's kind of like the darker metallics, and you have the pink, yellow, green, blue, purple, kind of coppery color to it. But it's like, the brush itself is kind of weak in the way, like I think it's intended, they call it a highlighting brush, which actually, I guess I shouldn't say weak, it's just like, it's not quite like a designed for the rainbow highlighters, let's put it that way. Like if you want to use this to get like the full-on rainbow effect from a highlighter, you're not going to get that. It's good for like basically like a solid color highlight. Like if you want to like swirl the colors together and make like a solid color highlight, then sure, it's fine for that, or just like one that's already like a solid color. But this is not, like, you can kind of get some of the rainbow effect with this thing, but it's, don't expect it. And the brush, like the bristles, it's not really a dense brush. It's kind of like a thin brush. It's a nice light brush. I'd say that it'd probably be actually better for like blush, or if you want to do like a little bit of light bronzing, it'd probably be good for that, but I don't know. Personally for me, like this is more of a collector's item than a usable item. Like I probably won't use it anymore. Like I kind of swatched with it and cleaned it off, and I'm just kind of like, eh. Like I don't have really any intentions of actually using this. Again, it's more like a collector's item. Like to me, it wouldn't be worth the price to be like a usable brush. It's more just having a collection because it's pretty. So yeah. So then we have the pigments, which, you know, there's like one pigment that kind of stood out of all the others. You have like the vibrant purpley pigment that kind of has like I don't, it's kind of like, well, I say vibrant, like I guess it's better. I was going to say duochrome, but that's not really a good use. It's like you've got like, it's like purple, but it's like, I've heard people describe it as iridescent. Again, I don't want to use that term with this because it's not like, well, like it doesn't have like a bunch of different like color flashes to it, but it's like flashes of like various shades of purple. Like you're getting like a vibrant purple, then you're getting kind of like a light purple, and kind of like more of the blue tones, and then sometimes you get more of the pink tones. I don't know, it's kind of like a monochromatic essence, I guess, if that makes sense. But this is really pretty. I was, you know, part of why I didn't want to get this collection is because you're getting these extra products, but again, with the ones that I did want, the matte, it just made sense to get the whole collection. But this is something that I probably would not have purchased on its own because it's purple. I like purple. Purple's pretty, but I feel like I've got an abundance of purple things, like Urban Decay products that are similar to this, other eyeshadows that are similar to this, but this does have more like a flash to it than some of the other stuff. But anyway, that aside, it's pretty. It is pretty. This would have been the one that I would have put my money into because it is like a darker blue, but it has like you don't really see it from the jar, but like once you swatch it and everything, it has amazing like gold glitter. And like I thought it was like all gonna be straight up gold because that's what most of the people have said, but I've seen like some actual iridescent glitter mixed into this. So majority of the glitter is gold, but there is some iridescent glitter added into the mix of this, which is so pretty. So this is a total winner. I think these retail for like $2.99 each, so definitely worth the $2.99 portion. And then this one seemed to be a really big disappointment for a lot of people. So I kind of had a forewarning with this one. just off the bat, it seemed like everybody was dissing this one, or not dissing it, but just saying that it just wasn't what they expected. So I kind of knew, I kind of had in mind that, you know, this shade would probably be better for like highlighting purposes. Like, you can do like actual highlighter like around your brow bone and whatnot. But it's just a light lilac color. Yeah, it's pretty, and like, again, people are describing it as iridescent. I'd say that this is more pearlescent than anything. So, they're pretty, but, yeah. So, and then the last two items are things that I was, like, super excited about when I saw them. So, they are the Mega Last lipsticks, and you have the blue one, which is a lot like Unicorn Tears, and then you have the white one, which is kind of similar in the concept. So the white one, I don't know, everybody was describing them as having like kind of like a pinkish base to them, which they do have a pinkish base, but I was thinking in my mind, like from the way people had been describing the white one, like the people who got like the PR kit sent to them, they were talking about how like it was like iridescent. So my mind was thinking that the white one would have like a lot of the pink flash, like it'd be more like an opalescent color where it's a white base with like a lot of the pink flash and like maybe a little hint of like the orangey color. That's what I was thinking. But the white one is more with like a blue flash. It reminds me of the Urban Decay Road Stripe eyeshadow where it's just blue flash, and it's pretty and all. It's just, again, I was thinking it's more like the pinky flash, which would have made a lot more sense to me. That's just something, like, I've seen those kind of lipsticks before, but it's been so long since I've seen the lipstick, or like what I've been really wanting is like a lip gloss like that. It's been so long since I've come across anything like that, and I wish I could find something like that right now that was like inexpensive. But this wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be. It's still pretty. I'm not going to hate on it, that's for sure. But it's actually, the concept of it's so similar to the blue one. Like, they both have that flash of blue. But they do have like the pink tone somewhere. I don't know if doing that's going to help any. But I'm not going to swatch the white one, but I am going to do a comparison because, like, I have a whole other video about Unicorn Tears, and so sit through that if you dare to get my opinions and thoughts on that. But I had expectations for Unicorn Tears, and so I was hoping that, again, with the way that this was described from the people who received the PR, I was thinking maybe this will be everything that I was hoping Unicorn Tears would be. I'm like getting so bleh right now. However, the shocking truth is this. Like, I was thinking that, you know, it would give me everything that I want from Unicorn Tears that I didn't get. Again, refer to that video. So, I guess I'll just go ahead and, I still have some, like, Unicorn Tears swatches on my hand. So, right here is, like, a good spot that has not been touched by my previous Unicorn Tears swatch from my other video. So, let's see. Let me put this back on. Okay. So, I hope that this is showing up. Like, is that coming across on camera? I sure hope so. So I'm assuming that this is working, and just for the fact, this is Unicorn Tears, which has already kind of had a slight purple tint to it, but if you know anything about Unicorn Tears, you know about that already. So, here we go, swatching Unicorn Tears right beside it. So, anybody who's been on a mission to get Unicorn Tears and hasn't gotten it yet, no need to, because you can just get the Wet n Wild one. Unicorn Tears retails for $22. Wet n Wild is $3.99. So, yeah. Actually, funny enough, right now, oh my gosh, if you saw that video, Unicorn Tears isn't looking so bad right now compared to what I've been saying about it. But anyway, they're not 100%, but they are, I'd say about 98 to 99% the same. So, I will say that Unicorn Tears, the texture of Unicorn Tears is much more moisturizing. It goes on a lot smoother. But, again, for the price, if you can get your hands on, what's the blue one called? It's similar to the name. It is Unicorn Soul. Okay, so the funny thing is, the blue one is called Unicorn Soul, and the white one is Immortal Tears. So, we see what you did there, Win Wild. We see what you did there. Oh. So funny, like earlier today I did this, like after I opened the box. That's one of the first things I did was swatch the lipstick side by side. Yeah, so that's that. So I guess that will conclude the video for now, and hopefully Win Wild will refund my money or something for that one lip gloss that was left out. I'm not too thrilled with Win Wild's actual website, but I do like the company, and I'm so happy that I got this set because it sold out. Like, I think it sold out the next day, so whatever. So anyway, that's that. Thanks for watching.